What is up, everyone? Welcome to another video today. Today we're driving the Mercedes CLK 55 AMG. Yes, that is right, a true AMG on the channel, and one of the cheapest AMGs you can buy in general. Very interesting, of course, with the 5.5 liter V8. Interior, nice leather, black. Rear seats are also available, as you can see. Not the most space in the world, but enough. Now, of course, we're looking at this specific car in silver. Most of them are silver. There are some black and whites out there, but they're pretty rare. I do think it fits the car, though. It makes it look very businessy. So let's take this one for a little drive. Right away you notice that on normal speeds, this V8 is actually really quiet and really smooth, as it should be. But of course, because of the 370 horsepower, it's not a slow thing, and I'm sure when you give it some gas, you're gonna hear some more of this thing. There we go. That was barely any gas, by the way. Now right away you notice that there is a manual button here, which you can use to switch between comfort, sport, well, or manual. And in manual you can use, again, the shifter or the small pedals on the back of the steering wheel. Now, of course, this is the first and pretty much only Mercedes that I'm going to be driving in this series, I think. It is the AMG, of course, which is the reason I'm considering it. Not that Mercedes isn't a car that I would consider in the first place, but they just happen to be quite expensive usually for what they offer. Except for this car. This car is extremely good value. And it still feels fairly modern inside. Of course, it's not brand new or anything, but I don't think, again, you would notice that this car is pretty much 20 years old by this point. Alright, finally we can open up this thing a little bit. Oh my god. You feel that there's so much power. So much. I mean, 370 horsepower, that's almost close to supercar territory in these days. Back in early 2000s. The car does give me a lot of confidence, though. Let's open the window a little bit so that we can hear slightly more of that V8. Put it in manual. Yeah, it picks up. You don't hear the V8 as much as I thought you would. Of course, you could help it a little bit with an aftermarket exhaust, but stock like this, it's not as loud as some of the other AMGs for sure. But at least in real life, I don't know if you can hear it on camera, you do pick up some of that V8 rumble. I would say though that the manual shifts are quite aggressive, especially the downshifts. It takes a while. It's not a modern gearbox, that's for damn sure. Tunnel. Now, the seats are fairly comfortable and fairly supportive. Again, for modern standards, not the best thing ever, I don't think, but they'll do the job. Steering is, well, relatively light. And a little bit disconnected, to be quite honest, but not in the worst sense of the way. My own old car is definitely a lot worse in that regard. Look at that castle over there. That's interesting. Alright, here we go again. It wants to go more than any of the other cars I've driven, for sure. Really likes to get a move on. A little acceleration. Damn. Jesus, this car wants to go. That wasn't even like full on gas. Again though, if I would have this car, yeah, it would need an exhaust. It's a nice sound, but it's not loud enough in my opinion. Let's see how this thing reacts in automatic sport mode, shall we? Because in comfort it was really easy and nice to drive. Let's see if sport changes anything. Yeah. Okay, it pulls through much more. It's much more aggressive. But actually, I do like it. It's not like too aggressive, not too chunky. Of course, fuel economy with this car isn't going to be the best. In fact, it's probably going to be the worst out of all of them with its 5.5 liter V8 without any turbos. Yeah. That is a thing to watch out for sure. I am surprised, however, how good the view actually is out of this car. Like, you can see everything that you want to. There's not many blind corners, really. Blind spots, I should say, not blind corners. What a lovely road this is. Very unique and interesting. What is it with tractors on these drives? Always finding these tractors. I guess it is because I do drive through a lot of farmlands. Let's go. That is a nice feeling though. The power, the sound, you know, that is something. Now, would this be a car that I would personally consider? Sure, but would it be my choice? I don't know, because again, the fuel economy does scare me, and well, it's a great car to drive and it's definitely very fast, but does it really offer much more than the other cars that I've driven? So far, I'm not necessarily convinced it does. But who knows? Who knows? Let me know what you think of this car. Now that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.